So this is the type of stupid crap I've been dealing with for almost 25 years. These are the fathers' rights groups out here. I don't even know what this guy is. He's DMing me. He's posting this all over my page. I go to this link, get involved in this class action lawsuit. There's been a million class action lawsuits in the past 60 years that have gone nowhere. So this is going to be the Martin Luther King of the fathers' rights movement here. You guys all sound the same. I'm getting sick and tired, and you guys wonder why I talk the way that I talk. I cut through the BS because you guys who've been in family court for 1 or 2 or 3 years, you think you're the first who's ever done anything because you don't know how to read or pay attention or do your own research. You're emotionally reacting like a female. Oh, we got to do a class action lawsuit. We got to do this and that. Not realizing that nobody has ever accomplished jack squat in the history of family court in the past 60 years for men. This link doesn't even work. Any of you want, go ahead and copy and paste this link. So this guy's posting this link all over the place. The link doesn't even work. This is how freaking retarded my gender is. And then this guy is posting in some comments, go federal. Go federal and do what, retard? And you guys wonder why. You guys can barely handle your one case. I won and overcame in my case. I've helped thousands of other people. I was in and out of court for off and on for 20 years. Most of you guys are suicidal after 1 year. And then I'm supposed to be the savior of the world. I'm supposed to peacefully and patiently just listen to every single one of you pussies whine, cry, piss, and moan and telling me your every grievance for free for hours at a time. And I got to listen to your stupid ass and I got to listen to your weird, stupid ass stories because you want to just tell your story and vent and whine and cry and you don't want to do anything about it because you're a lazy welfare mentality bitch. And you could have found me 5 years ago or 3 years ago or last year. I had somebody comment in the comments, man, I wish I would have known this 7 months ago. And I said, why? You could have found me before. He goes, well, I had a court hearing the other day. So the guy's in the court now, and he doesn't want to get help from me now. And he's like, I hope that it worked, ChatGPT. This is how freaking retarded my gender is. There's people coming in here making comments about, I wish I would have known you before, or this stuff doesn't work, or you're such a jerk, or file this class action lawsuit. How about I won in court, you're dealing with court, you're where I used to be. Why don't you get some help from me? It's that simple. But you freaking retarded pussy ass bitches out there, except for the 1%ers, I'm only here for the 1%ers. 99% of you want to be pussy ass, whiny ass little bitches and just post this and everybody sign up for this link that doesn't even exist anymore and we're going to win because I put a link together for something and then somebody has some class action lawsuit somewhere. Either these people who manage this are a bunch of dumbass idiots or there's no lawsuit anymore. And again, I've been doing this 24 years. None of you mother effers, except for 1 out of 100, actually want to listen to what I got to say. I won in court. I got what you want. And almost nobody wants to listen to me or nobody wants to get a consult with me. And you still go out and talk to attorneys for thousands and thousands of dollars. And then people were in here telling their loser ass stories. This is the way I lost and this is the way I lost. And I spent $50,000 on 4 different attorneys. You dumbass idiot, why didn't you contact me 5 years ago or 10 years ago? Why didn't you look hard enough? Because you just want to just do the easy, move my mouse one spot. Okay, here's the next attorney. Let me try them. Here's the next attorney. Let me try them. Or my brother's cousin's sister's mom's uncle went to family court and recommends this attorney. What did he get? Oh, he got every other weekend. Was the mother even fighting him? No. You stupid, dumbass, moronic idiot. Your baby's mom is fighting and falsely accusing you of molestation or abuse or domestic violence. And you're going with a lawyer that's great because you got every other weekend for a dad who didn't even have to fight. They don't compare, you idiot. You guys are your own worst enemies. And I've been seeing stupid ass shit like this for over 2.5 decades now. I just had somebody post in the comments, they said, I've seen how people say you're rude and you're a jerk, but thanks for your information. Even though you come across the way you come across, it's useful information. That's somebody who can take in the meat and spit out the bones. If I'm a basketball player, Kobe Bryant looks like an a-hole that I would never want to hang around. But I would listen to him because what he says is, if you're a loser, I don't want to be around you. If you waste my time or you're lazy, I don't want to be around you. I only want to be around people who want to work hard. So if I want to be a good basketball player and I want to work hard, I might want to learn some of his tricks or see if he has some videos or see if he has a camp. And if he's kind of an a-hole at the camp, I'm going to listen to him because I want to get better. And I'm not a pussy-ass thin-skinned bitch like all you guys are. But see, we're not talking about basketball or something that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. We're talking about your children. So that's why you guys shouldn't be faggot-ass bitches all the time, because your life with your kid is at stake. And if you find somebody like me and you think I'm an a-hole, but I have answers for it, let's say you're broke. And I get on here and I start ranting and I start saying, you stupid idiots, you're a bunch of dumbass idiots. And at the end of the video, I have a map that I show you to get a pot of gold. And then every day I do a map to a pot of gold. And whoever gets it and decides to use it, the first one there gets it. And then I'll do another one the next day. What do you think is more important, a pot of gold or your life with your kid? If you even are tempted to even think a pot of gold, you're a stupid ass materialistic bitch. And that's a fact. And so I'm not going to play around with words. I'm not going to play games. You either wake the hell up and you should have done it on your own, because I did it on my own when nobody was helping me. Nobody. Okay? And I'm sitting here, I got all kinds of help, all kinds of free resources. You don't even have to get a consult with me. You can go watch. And I just looked at my video. Now I got 10,000. I got almost 10,000 followers. I think I'm stuck at 8,900 on YouTube. Now I have 1,000 videos. And I counted and did the math on the hours of those videos. If they average 10 minutes, and some of them are hours long, I calculated $66,000 worth of videos on YouTube for free. It would cost you $66,000 to talk to an attorney. Now, some of the stuff's redundant, but some of it's golden nuggets. And I had a guy, like I told you before, called me up. I had a guy the other day called me up and said, I don't think you're really real and you really got custody, even though my winning court orders are online for everybody to see. So the pussy-ass lazy bitch didn't look that up. And he says, but if you really want to help guys, you would call me. Welfare mentality, diva, little narcissistic bitch. So I call him up and we talk. And then I start to tell him, why don't you stop interrupting me and talking over me? And his brother's in the background taunting and jeering at me. And they're having a circle jerk over them taunting me because that pussy-ass bitch lost in court and he's butthurt, and I'm pouring salt on a wound, and I won't give him free information because he wants a free handout like a faggot-ass bitch. Okay? And the reason why I'm using this language is because I really actually should use even more harsher language. But if your kid's life is at stake and you're going to let my language get in the way of you getting answers for your kids, that's like you being stupid enough to say, oh, this guy's a jerk, so I'm not going to look for his map of a pot of gold. And you don't even have to talk to me after that. Just follow the map and go to the gold. But if you want me and talk to me, like let's say I have you jump through this and jump through that, and there's booby traps along the way and enemies to deal with. But if you talk to me, then I'm going to help you navigate that. And when you talk to me, there is no chewing out or name calling, because you actually want to fight and want to help and want to do something on your case. And I'm here to help. But this guy who called me, at one point I was like, do you want me? He was like, I watch your videos and you're full of shit. I said, do you want me to point you to one video that you can watch for free? And I started telling him, there's my main video that has the most views. And they said, we already looked at your main video. And they cut me off and they started yelling at me. And then they eventually hung up. So the one guy who could give them answers, this guy's talking shit like a fruity little gay boy faggot bitch. And I did a video on him and exposed him. And he left me a voicemail. He sounds like a fag leaving me a voicemail, whining and crying, oh, if you're really real, you would call me. And then I called him. It was his lucky day. And I talked to him for 15 minutes because I want to see what the hell his problem was. And I was doing nothing. And I don't normally do that. I've done it a couple times, like if I was driving and going nowhere and doing nothing, and somebody's lucky enough to call me and I pick up, I might talk to them for a few minutes. But see, when I do that, people want to talk to me for 3 hours for free. And then they think I'm an asshole because I don't want to spend 3 hours on the phone being a welfare kid. If you have that mentality, then you're a pussy-ass bitch who will never win in court. So that's why I talk about it. If you're a warrior who's ready to fight, this stuff doesn't matter to you. Okay? No, I have people call and text me all day, and only 1 out of 10 even want to engage with me because the other ones, when they find out I charge for my time, they turn pussy ass bitch and they want to go spend $10,000 on an attorney. But faggots like this guy, hey, check out this link, and we're just gonna win because there's a link out there. Mother effer, you got to grow some balls and be a warrior.